Welcome back to the second half of 9 easy to do asanas. I had introduced 5 of them in my first video. If you're yet to watch, do watch it. So let's begin. The next asana is bridge pose, which is also called as Setu Bandhasana. For doing that, lie down flat on your back with your knees bent. Your feet is shoulder width apart. 9 palms facing the floor, and it should be extended towards the feet. Your body is completely relaxed on the mat. Inhale, contract your glutes and lift up your waist away from the floor. Make sure that your heels and your knees are in the same line. Interlock your fingers so that you can go more up. Your neck should be relaxed. Do not strain your neck. Be comfortable. Focus on your breathing. Inhale and exhale. Hold this pose for 30 seconds. And once you're done, unlock your fingers, place them on the mat, and slowly come back vertebrae by vertebrae and relax in Shavasana. The next asana is Marityasana, which is a twisting posture. It is the basic twisting posture for beginners. It is one of the sitting lateral twisting postures. So for that, sit with your legs stretched in front of you, and then bend your right knee. Bring your right feet on the mat. Your soles and heels are completely on the mat, and your feet slightly touching your left thigh, and your calf should be touching your thighs. There should not be gap between this. Your calf should be touching your thighs. Sit straight, and now take your right hand behind you and give it a good stretch. Your arms fully stretched, not bent. It should be fully stretched. Now bring your left arm over your right knees and stay there. You'll feel a good stretch. It is a good twisting asana. Sit here, breathe. Hold this posture for 30 seconds. Twist as much as possible. Try to twist more and hold. Release your arms and legs and sit in this posture. Repeat the same with your left leg as well. The next asana is Padma Parvatasana. For that asana, you have to sit in Padmasana first. Stretch your legs forward in front of you. Then take your right foot over your left thighs, and then your left feet over your right thighs. And then slowly elongate your spine, align your hands with your ears, and join your hands in Namaskara Mudra. Focus on your breathing. When you inhale, your belly expands, and when you exhale, your belly sinks in. Focus on your breathing. Hold this posture for 30 seconds, and once you are done, bring down your arms and then release your legs. If you are not able to do a complete Padmasana, then there are few preparatory poses which can be done to achieve a complete Padmasana. For now, you can sit in half Padmasana, that is your right feet over your left thigh, or vice versa. You can sit like that. Or for the preparation of complete Padmasana is, you hug your legs like this, your right knees on your right elbow, and your right feet on your left elbow. And then you move your legs like you're rocking a baby. Do this 30 times. Slowly. This is one preparatory pose, and then the other one is that you hold your feet like this, and then you touch your chest, and then you touch your forehead slowly. You can do this 30 times slowly, like this, and then do the same thing with your left leg. And the other thing is that stretch your leg in front of you, and then place your right feet over your left thigh and try to push it down. And try to push these knees to the floor. Do this several times. The same you have to do it with your left leg as well. Push it to the mat. Do this several times and you will be able to do a complete Padmasana. Let's move on to the last and the most loved asana, that is Shavasana. I know I don't have to explain this in detail, but there are a few things which you have to keep in mind. So for that, lie down on your back with your feet few distance apart, and your palms should not be closer to your body, it should be away from your thighs, and your palms facing upwards. Your head should be on the floor completely. So if you have rubber bands or clips, you have to remove them. Initially, you have to take few deep inhalations and exhalations. Then you can bring your breathing to normal. Relax your shoulders, your body should be completely on the mat. Relax. Stay in this for 15 to 20 minutes. Initially you may fall asleep, but that's okay. Your facial muscles are relaxing. Limit your body movements. No forceful exhalations and inhalations. Your breathing should be calm. After Shavasana, do not get up directly. You have to turn to your right. Bend your left knee, keep your left palms on the floor and push your left palms to the floor and get up slowly and come and sit in Sukhasana. Let's move on to the last part, that is the diet tip of the day. Should you avoid egg yolk? Very often we come across the statements that you should avoid egg yolk. Egg yolk is not good for health. It increases your chance of heart disease, it increases your cholesterol level, etc, etc, etc. But is that really so? Now let's look at some of the facts. Before we begin, remember anything in excess is not good for your overall health and body. Therefore, what you eat and in what quantity is important. Now let's get back to the question and the answer to it. Much of the confusion around egg has stemmed from the fact that egg yolks contains cholesterol, and it's very much true that egg contains cholesterol. But what kind of cholesterol is the question to be asked? There are two types of cholesterol. Let's be clear on that. The one that is made by our body, or the one that is processed by our liver, which is called the blood cholesterol, and the second one is the cholesterol found in the food we eat, which is called as the dietary cholesterol. While some cholesterol in our body is essential and has important functions like facilitating absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, K, synthesis of vitamin D, steroid hormones and sex hormones. The type and amount of cholesterol in our blood correlates with the risk of heart disease. Having said that, egg consists of dietary cholesterol which has no effect on your blood cholesterol levels when had in moderation. Therefore, there is no harm in having egg yolk. Eggs are a nutritious whole food
They are an inexpensive source of essential proteins, fat, vitamins, minerals, and bioactive compounds. Eating the egg white and yolk together as a whole egg is a balanced food. The most important is to pay special attention to the foods you are eating along with an egg, which might not be good for your heart. Moderate egg consumption, that is one whole egg per day, can be part of a heart healthy dietary pattern and is seen to lower the risk of cardiovascular disease. So do not avoid eggs if you think it would increase your blood cholesterol, and include this nutrient-rich food in your daily diet. But always consult your dietitian for the correct number of eggs you should be eating daily as per your requirement. So that's all for today. Thank you for joining me. Till then, take care. Stay tuned for my new videos. Do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.